Hey Chacharinas, it's Serena ChaCha, and I'm here to recreate my entrance look for RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 6, my Torero Fantasy. It's inspired and created by my very own drag mother, Miss Erica Norel. This dress encompasses everything that Spanish culture has reflected in the Americas, honey, and I can't wait to show you. So watch me go from this to this. So to get the makeup started, I'll actually cover my eyebrows because I like to work on my eyes first, and then at the very end, I'll do the rest of my skin. So we'll just lay down the eyebrows with our special effects glue. So this special effects glue doesn't sweat through, it's absolutely the best. And it dries clear. I need it to stay put throughout the whole competition. So this part, guys, will take like, I think a good 5 minutes for them to dry. Moving on with the next step, we'll go ahead and conceal the eyebrows so I can make sure I change Serena's expression to something more like this. I think my makeup has really glamazonized itself. I just made that up. My makeup has definitely upgraded since my first appearance on RuPaul's Drag Race. It's gone from, like, you know, little boy behind the counter makeup artist to like glamazon queen. And then I'll set it with powder over it. So that was full coverage concealer. And then it needs to be set with full coverage powder right on top. And then we'll use an eyeshadow primer or a cream base just to make sure everything is even. And whatever you stick to it is gonna stay on. I need a sip, sorry. So the next step is just to add color, and I'm gonna do it in layers. I usually start with something wet, and then I'll start adding layers of eyeshadow on top so that I have just more color payoff. Having to work for like really prestigious makeup brands and, you know, expensive product, I think you really mold yourself to sound perfect and say the right things to make a good impression, when really this makeup moment is really about yourself and really just bringing it to the biggest stage of the world, right? All-Stars 6, the best yet, I can guarantee you that. My drag mother is Cuban, super light skin, just so spicy, and she just loves all colors. So I wanted something that would encompass some sort of Spanish culture. We've done like Cuban before, Caribbean influence looks, and we wanted something that would just kind of speak more Mother Europe, you know? So we went for a matador outfit, or torero like we say in Spanish. It's also a very masculine look, I think. I don't really have necessarily a fixation with dresses and skirts. I'm more of pants because it screams business, and I think it alludes to me running my wig business. So I feel like I'm in charge when I wear pants. But then we took every element that we could think of in anything Spanish. So the bottom of the pants are more bell bottoms inspired by Selena, and then we have the big old cape that's almost like a giant ruffle, as much as the bell bottoms are also ruffled. We wanted to just hit every sort of anything Spanish that we could there, and then obviously pair it up with hair that said something more sports-like, right? Which you'll get to see the hair. I'm really excited for the hair. That was actually the very first look that was finished, which I was very surprised because there are so many other things we had to worry about that some people don't worry about the entrance outfit so much, but for me it was so special to allude to my culture and everyone in the Spanish-speaking world, really. That was the goal, and I think we hit it. From there, I will pack on a little bit of yellow. So I'll take the yellow all the way across, not quite over the pink, but lightly meeting it somewhere. And I'm literally packing it on as much as I'm packing on the next color, which is the actual fuchsia eyeshadow. You can use that same brush. The trick to this is whatever you do, if someone's higher, make the other one high. Don't try to erase Whatever you do to one side, do it to the other. So after that, I will take an eyeshadow already to start suggesting what's gonna be a crease. It's like a very sunset, right? I would say the construction of this may be in the coastline of Marbella, over in Spain, Barcelona, where the best Spanish chorizo is. Oh, goodness. Growing up as a Latino, a gay Latino, immigrant, black, and all of the above, I just grew up around women wearing bright lipstick and bright colors. So I took from there, and I love it. I think it shows character, and it can't get any more cha-cha, right, than showing a character and where you're from through your makeup colors. So then that was a smaller pencil that kind of helps me draft where the crease is gonna go. And then as you're moving along with this color, you can start bringing it out here, right? Because you want that lift there. Right now I'm packing. Just taking a dark brown eyeliner and reinforcing the depth of that darkest color there. And it already looks sharper and better. Oh, the way I like it. Sharper, better, and deeper with Serena ChaCha. We can start that segment, you guys. Just hire me. Need a job. And then we start cutting the crease and extending it where we want to, so those eyes look more open and those eyelashes can pop. Wow. The day I meant to do this on camera, I forgot the very first step that I always do. Oh my God. Maybe that's why I've been so quiet, because I haven't felt like myself. Jesus. This eyeliner is literally just extending my eye. It just helps to pop the pupil in my eye. This is everything I've always done. Like, I cannot see myself without eyeliner. Actually, if I put just black under there, I feel like a completely different person. Oh gosh, Jesus. I'm myself again. You know, that would happen the one day you're supposed to do this, right? I like to use a little bit of a cream liner, and I use it as shadow, and I buff, not going past the purple color that we did, or fuchsia too. Going towards the inside, and it starts giving that lift, honey, like. And then we'll move to the bottom, because bottoms are important. And we will just literally start bringing in the dark also under, and it starts looking more like me, that over the top white eyeliner. And then you can go to town with something like a dark, deep purple. Believe it's gonna be fair. It's like a dark violet dream. I like starting with my eyes because it just allows me to be as playful as I can, and you know, having fallout or anything you can easily wipe down and then worry about your skin. But it's also what takes the longest, so you never want to be cut halfway with your eyes and then having to like do something crazy where it's just the rest of my face. Honey, she's already naturally lifted, honey, per my doctor. It just allows me to be as creative anyway, and then it's just cleaner at the end of the day. I'll kind of reshape my eyes, totally open them out with bright white. And this is what ends up cutting that crease. So my cut crease is a process, honey. It was first a shadow, then went from liners to more shadows, to then cream shadows, and now this final step, which is your typical clown white. And then you can turn that into anything. It makes a good base. I can put a bright yellow on it, I can put any color, or simply just maybe glaze it with like metallic eyeshadow. So the next step I really like to do is, as light as I'm going here, I'm gonna go as light under the brow. So I'm using that same brush as if this was my brow bone color. I know this is really weird, seeing the eyebrows being worked on reverse. So this is the highlight of the brow that I'm already adding on there. So then I have white into that yellow that I talked about. That would just give it a little bit more life, and the colors would blend in, looking more interesting. This is where the main color that you would normally do makeup with goes, right? That center of the eyelid color. That's what I do next. And I normally go with something like a pigment or something loose that I can just literally pack on while I'm here. And it's like almost meeting the darkest color, but not quite the lightest. I think what's important from here is making sure that the white is gonna stay white, and why white? Because it's just drag, right? as dark as you go, you should go as light. If I didn't go as light, then it would just kind of fall short, in my opinion. So I take a little white powder, and then you pack on. Ooh, see that fallout? What I told you about? That fan brush really is good to kind of dust away any fallout. I'll do the same thing over the brow bone, my new brow bone, which almost reaches my hairline, back all the way up to the top of my head. Okay. We'll do right here. Flick your brush when you do lose pigments, don't forget. And going with the light hand, right? I'm always holding my brush right here. It's like a magic wand. You don't want to do like this. This is like, it restricts you. So if you hold it here, you just go like that, all right? She's super high up there. That's what I want, like, right? Next, I will have some fun with the glitter. I love this step because it just packs on top of whatever you have on, and you can actually add glitter on top of that beautiful eyeshadow. I'm gonna go with a little bit of a copper because I love copper. Maybe I could have gone straight to the gold, but I like to layer. I'm a makeup junkie. This is just glitter shadow that I'm using because it's obviously glitter that kind of sets itself. So while it's wet, I just literally pack on my favorite bronze glitter to kind of make it warmer. So it could be anything. It could be anything wet that you put under there to pack on the brightest shimmer there, which is gonna be that bronze. I just love this, bro. Oh my God, I love it. I wish I was that color. I love taking a little bit of that into it right there. Boom. I love a chiseled inner corner, so I like to see bright there because it really makes my character like it's looking at you like, go buy some wigs. Ooh, girl. Tastes like flour dough. All right, so now that I'm right there and the eyes are bright and colorful, I can get to the darkest part of it. My favorite gel liner. I love gel liner for everything because I put that on everything. Just like I had it earlier, I'm just gonna define that line there. So is that more contrast? I love a cream liner that is easy to be blended, but also can make a hard stroke on the brush to look sharp. Now that I have some definition in my eyes, you makeup junkies, I love more color, as if it wasn't enough. So we'll just take a little bit of some like iridescent blue pigment and just like squeeze it in right there to give that black more life and whatever it's gonna turn into. Boom, look at that. Oh. God, this is bringing me back when I was like 20. God, and I would go to work like this, okay? Like this, just eyes and like boy face. That's how much of a fanatic I was, right? Because that's what you do. But that led up to this moment, so thank you, work, for that. Bam! Like, bam! So, liner on the top. So there's two I like to use. First, because I go in with this to kind of lift up the eye. So you got to think about the point of your brow, where it's gonna go, and the point of the liner. You want to make a flick here first, flick out right there, boom, don't think about it. Then the next part, I suggest you hold your seat really hard. You take your liner and then you're going to meet the point that you just did, right? That flick. And you just complete it. Make another angle and it becomes like a giant triangle in the end. There's no it up. You just keep adding, and then you can literally go from the lower inner corner out into the rest of the liner. Remember, the bigger your lashes are gonna be, the less thin you want that liner to be. So fill in. All right, so now the eyes are finito. Now I'm ready to just perfect the rest of the face. We'll start just bring everything out with foundation and this new butt plug for a sponge that I got. I still don't understand the shape of it, but I can understand the settings, like you squeeze, ding, 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 and then ba ba ba. I get it, right? This is what I do, but it's just funny looking. I can't help it. Boom, 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 boom. That, 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 that. Now it's kind of like an all-over foundation, and then I'll take a foundation stick, because foundation sticks are better. And then you take it and press on those areas, honey, where your manhood might show up, and then you literally reinforce the coverage. Go back in with your sponge. And then we take our highlighting concealer so we can start lifting ourselves back up closer to finding that light. We're going to block the Kim Kardashian right here. Ow. Boom. Oh, ow. You'll see a lot of queens like doing their highlight and they're like, if you pass by one queen and they're doing their highlight and they're like this, just do the sound behind them. And then you're highlighted, take it up from the forehead into that. Look, I'm like Kim K. I'm naturally Kim Kardashian, like, boom. Well, after my doctor touched me. Do a little bit of that highlight there on the chin, because you want to go as light on the highest point of the face, like nose, forehead, boom, boom. And then we can move into the contour. That was just literally a concealer. And my contour, I'm going to do, you probably have never seen concealer done so easily as I'm about to show you. Like, it really shouldn't be. Hold on a sec, I'm trying to have a sip of this. So you'll take your stick of paint, get it right, and literally swipe right here. You can, just in case. And then I literally will take this, which is a brush that could be like synthetic, especially is good because it really helps with anything wet and moves it faster. Boom, 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 and it doesn't get absorbed in the bristles of the hair, and boom. And we blend right here. Now we're ready to start baking. We're going to grab the powder, dust the excess off, and then this is what they call baking. Tap. Tap, 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 tap. Ooh, ooh. We'll go back to the highlight powder. Boom, I'm just adding that lighter powder. Rakadada, boom, ba, all the way up. It's a really mild highlight, right? You can always reinforce it or add more if you have to. And then right there, right there. Boom. Next up, contour with powder. I'm gonna go right here. Boom. Because you had the dark cream under, so it's gonna just blend right in. Boom. So you're bringing out J-Lo. Stepping right over Kim Kardashian, honey. It's a battle. Kim K, J-Lo, Kim K, J-Lo. And if you really wanna be fierce, if I'm trying to win the show, you can grab a little bit of a darker powder and just right back here, right there. Oh, this is so good. I have a tech-savvy, amazing bartender, drag daughter. You can't get better than this. So now, I can't forget it. I'm gonna go ahead and contour my nose. Same step still, but you know, I forget because I have a really small nose. Sorry, y'all. But it's as small as your brush allows it to. So we'll paint and just kind of do more of that Ru contour, right? Where it's like you're kind of going over the nose to make it ultra, ultra, ultra thin. And then what you do is you take this outside, so you blend it out and it doesn't look like just two lines. Now you can come back in with a little bit of your highlight again, cream, powder, whatever takes your boat to do a small, tiny, not that small, Nose. Goes down the middle. Blend it, and then go across here and add a little bit of a dot right there for that pointy, 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 pointy. So Hollywood desired nose. Thanks, Dr. Best Friend. My nose isn't really done. Let's move on to eyebrows. This is the moment that defines an all-stars from whatever the rest is. Let's start with first placing it into where my actual brow starts, which is a little bit here, but I'm going a little bit higher, is where I'm gonna place the first stroke right there, and then literally trace this from here up into the arch, back down. Boom. And then I'm gonna go here, right there, boom, boom. I should come down right here. Then we're gonna go with a brow gel, the ones that come with like the little mascara brush, right? But I'm a woman of many hair colors, so I don't commit to like a brow that's too dark or a brow that's too light. I just kind of go in between. So then right in the middle, I'm gonna take this brow gel that's kind of gold, make that the inner part of the brow, and then it somehow meets the rest of that gel liner. Boom, right there. So it starts to ombre them. You get it? Ombre in English, and in Spanish it sounds like hungry. Ombre. We fast forward many seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race after my first. We're now in season 100,000. And you know, girls have developed tricks that I was like, how dare they? I got myself a felt tip pen brow, one of these, so I can the next part, just really just kind of chill with me, right? Just drawing in these little hairs, right? And give you a little bit of dimension. And then you can actually take it all the way back down if you wanted to that arch right there. These brows are like... Next up is working the cheeks a little bit more, because cheeks are super important. That's right. So now this right here has to level up to what's happening right here. No pressure, right? So we'll take a little bit of the brightest highlight, that same white pigment right here, buffed out under the eyes for that maximum impacted highlight. And then you have your 3 sides of light. Light, light, light. Don't take that from me. I'm gonna patent it. 3 sides of light. 1, 2, 3. Highlight, it's getting more all-stars and more all-stars. We're just gonna grab the maximum impactful mostest of the mostest highlight right here, and this is a part that really cleans this up right here, and you look like you know what you're doing instead of just like, ooh girl. Now cheeks are important. One more time, cheeks. One more time, cheeks. Have fun with blush. Don't be afraid. I'll never forget Alyssa said, Serena, come over here. Next thing you know, my cheeks look like the color of that one outfit she wore that was hot pink. I was like, girl, right there, blush, right on top of that contour, in between the highlight, right here, higher plane. You know, you gotta listen to the rich all-stars. You should. Right there. You get it? Catch that. It's a sip to a tongue pop. She's overheating. She tells me that it's cool, needs to cool down, so it's overheating. I'm over here fanning her. So next up, I love the bronze that I put on my eyelids, so I'm gonna bring that back a little bit, and just right here on top of that bright fuchsia, I'm tapping a little bit of that gold pigment, and wow. Last but not least is chiseling that highlight to the triple, the quadruple, the maximum, the most wet, the most strobe-like. It's a gel glitter that's wet, and we're gonna take a little bit, put your finger in it, and then you're gonna tap right here, boom. You tap it wet. I know, it feels weird, right? Wet on top of dry, and boom. Just gives you that like extra chisel right there. Bam, bam, bang, dab. Here we go. There we go. You like, I love. And that's it. Cheeks that are glitter are just always butter. And next up is lip liner. Yes, lip liner. Let's see how we can construct something that's bold enough that goes with this, because I'm all about eating the entire bull ring. So we'll start with a very aggressive purple liner, right? That's gonna become eventually something else. So let's see. Now you're probably thinking, where did she get her lips done? My mama. Then she lightly blends into that same fuchsia liquid lipstick. Fantasy. Swipe, swipe, blot, swipe, swipe, blot. Get it? I love the dark liner because it blends into my skin tone and it really sharpens and frames the lip, but it's not necessarily the end result. So it's gonna stay put. It's just gonna add dimension to the liquid lipstick. Ow, 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 I like that. Then there's a couple of things that you can really playful with, right? So there's purple, pink. I'm gonna throw a little bit of red right through here. So it makes it a little bit more wine. And it blends into that dark lip liner, blending into the look. And if you wanted to, just a smidge bit of white inside. I'm all about clowning the look so you can become the next all-stars. Well, I love this color I just made up. With a little bit of that. Yeah, right there. It's Miami right there. Oh. That pink. Everybody loves their white in Miami. Y'all should know that. Look at that. Just give it a little pop and I'm ready for that Torero fantasy. This is giving me a velvet finish. Honey, like I own Spain. Next up, my lips are ready. I'm gonna leave it matte. So we'll move on to eyelashes, for which you'll start with mascara. Yes, mascara right here. Oh, honey, you get that in there? I got these straight lashes, honey. You wanna roll them up, load them, chunky, deposit right here. Get it in the tip. The tip is always important. The tips of the lashes, guys. Get it out of the gutter. Right here. And then I'm ready to take my so desired fantasy of lashes. Lash glue right there. Ow. All right, let's pop right in to the lash line. I'm going a little higher than I normally would, right? Because we exaggerated that eyeliner for a reason. Ooh, how about that was the wrong side? Professional. Boom. Boom. Let it sit. Always let it sit first. Look at that. Ow. Now while the lashes are drying, I'm gonna go back in and just face tune everything. Yeah, you filter it and perfect a couple little things right there, right? And right here. Rich clown realness. And that is how you upgrade from clown to Cirque du Soleil. Ole. All right, chacharinas. Now that I'm ready with my makeup, I'm gonna go put on the look and I'll be right back. So this is it, my Torero fantasy. Yes, serving matador realness, honey. Thank you for watching. I love this look because it encompasses everything Serena ChaCha All Stars is. Serena ChaCha 2.0. Thank you for watching, and make sure you follow me at Myron.Morgan for more makeup looks, and of course, lots of Serena ChaCha wigs, houses, ponytail, the yank and the snatch is everything, honey. I'll see you on social media. Thank you, VH1, for doing this. I love you, Ru. Bye.
Do you want everything RuPaul's Drag Race at your fingertips? Then head over to YouTube now and subscribe to the RuPaul's Drag Race channel, and you will get all the episodes of everything you ever want, including brand new episodes of What You Packin'. Hi.